All right, qualifying just starting to get underway. See the 08 of Gregory Thompson on track right now. And the way it looks, Gregory will be the first one to post a lap. So coming to the line, you only get 5 minutes to really post a lap. 3.5 already down. Of course, Gregory Thompson, fastest in practice. Really looking to step it up in sweet qualifying right now. The 6 of Kobe, fastest for the moment. Kobe Nigel's, that is. Well, at the line, Thompson. We immediately go second. Jason Branch, top of the board for the moment. Michael Barksdale now at the line. See drivers already posting up their laps. Aubrey Thompson will get a look at him off of turn 4. And I actually believe he's going to be starting his qualifying lap. So Thompson on the clock. Several other drivers will be putting up their time. Matter of fact, Omar Rodriguez goes 8th quickest. Justin Johnson 7th now. Zachary Harry and several other drivers already posting their laps. So right now, Cody Nigels leading the way in qualifying at the line here. Aubrey Thompson through the tri-oval now to try to shove a little bit of time right there on the apron at the line. Aubrey Thompson, does he take the pole? He does not. 6th quickest. So right now, as it stands, 16 drivers already posted a qualifying lap. With 30 seconds to go, Malik Ray might be able to get his lap in along with Christopher Carter. We'll have to see. Yeah, they'll get it in. 25 seconds left here. So Malik Ray at the line. Good enough for 2nd quickest. Garrett Maines, top of the board. And now that'll do it for qualifying. Daniel Falkenham, Nathan Harper, Landon Vilkey, the 64 Joey, the 06 of Andrew, and Ambrose Knievel did not post a qualifying lap. Right now, a pretty strong field for tonight. Big field tonight, as a matter of fact. From what I was told, you can expect 3, hell, maybe even 4 wide action all throughout the race. We're going to see how it goes. This is pretty much the sister series to HGR, where HGR is a bit of a private thing for new learners to really try and learn their craft and whatnot. I don't know what the hell's happening. There we go. But where HGR is for new learners trying to get into the restrictor plate and the money business. DBS pretty much open to everybody. If you can pay for your spot in the race, you got a chance to win it. That being said, go ahead and run through the starting grid while everybody else still loads. So not 42 laps, but 50. So Garrett Main's on pole, Cody Nigel's in second, Malik Ray in third, Jason Branch fourth, Kenneth McCullough Jr. will run out the top 5. See a 51 of Freddie, he will roll off 6th, Richard Elliott 7th, Aubrey Thompson 8th, Trevor Aswarnoff in 9th, Gregory Thompson rounds out 10th. Stephen Miles, Joshua McCullough, that's the fast 12. Will score on through the rest of the field. Christopher Carter, James Waring, 13th, 14th. Zachary Harry and Carl Lingle, Justin Johnson, Michael Barksdale, Michael Wingo, and Omar Rodriguez Jr. That will round out the top 20. On down through the field, drivers who did not post a lap. Falkenham, Harper, 62 of Landon, 64 of Joey. Andrew and Knievel will round out 25th and 26th. What's up, John? How you doing? Right now, as Garrett Mays and Cody Nigels brings down to the start of this race, 50 laps for tonight. For the debut of BDS live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, we're rolling. Great jump by the bottom lane, however, about mid-pack, outside lane did not get going. Bit of a surprise, actually. Right now, side by side. Right, we come to one car blaze. Oh, Cody already out of shape. So Jason Branch almost got him turned. And meanwhile, 3 wide already down the back straightaway. Garrett Maines was out front for a moment. Malik Ray with a whole bunch of internet issues. Be surprised they don't tell him to drop to the back here for the moment. Kenneth McCullough right behind him. Outside lane starting to form up. You see more contact. Still contact. Ray dropping to the bottom. So right now as they come off the back straightaway, See a little bit of three wide action already happening. Jason Branch trying to make something happen. See Malik Ray still on the apron, not able to blend back up in line. Well, he's probably been told just go ahead and drop to the very back here. Probably what has been told, 3-car single file. For the top three, McCullough jumps up to the outside lane. He's going to try to pull it. Garrett Mays immediately up the block. It's going to stack up the outside lane just a little bit. Garrett Mays right now has led the first 2 laps of this race. Yeah, McCullough immediately right back to the outside lane. The 03 of McCullough wanting to lead. That for damn sure wanting to win tonight. Yeah, well, for right now, they're just going to be 2 by 2 right now. A little bit of a little calm. Nobody really trying to push nothing for the moment. Only lap 3 of a 50-lap race. McCullough down to the bottom. And at the line, Kevin McCullough will lead. About a 51 of Freddie trying to bring that outside lane back up. Getting pushed right now by the 89 of Trevor Asbernoff. On behind them. Look, that's 7 of Stephen Miles. You see Branch and Gregory now trying to make a third lane happen already. They're already wanting to go 3 wide. Christopher Carter with them along with Michael Barksdale. 4 trucks on the outside lane. It's going to be questionable trying to get it to work. Right now it'll just blend back 2 wide for the moment. Barksdale stuck in the middle. Right now Garrett Mays now to lead his 3rd lap of the race tonight. McCullough's led 1. There's been the only 2 lead changes so far. As you see, that 1 back down to the bottom. Keith McCullough still trying to make something happen right now, running 2nd on the bottom. Branch and them still trying to think about making a 3rd lane work. There goes Branch again with Thompson. Right now, I think drivers, some of them want to try to get into a fuel run here. Nobody really wanting to try to make nothing happen too crazy at the moment, unless you're there at the front. Then you probably want to try to lead a couple of laps. Garrett Mays now to lead at the line. And the one will do it. Well, McCullough's still fighting on that bottom. But right now, bottom lane, I mean, they got the advantage on entry of the corner, but the outside lane and the middle lane just getting a run down the back straightaway. You see it now. And it carries all the way through the tri-oval as well with that run that the 1 gets. So pretty much, you see the 1 now drops immediately down to the bottom, wants to cover that 03. Make sure he doesn't get a big enough run to maybe clear. The outside lane's just overpowered when it comes to these trucks and several other cars. Well, right now, Barksdale, Carter, Branch, Gregory, and now Richard Elliott. No, not Richard Elliott. The other car's jumped up there to the outside lane. That would be a 69, Zachary Harry. Right now, driver trying to make that 3rd lane really come to life. If they get enough trucks, it definitely will. You'll see the 3 wide action, but right now, see Barksdale in the middle. Was in the middle. Got a 62 of Landon. Make it move and start a little ways in the back. Right now, you see the lead pack going around the 82 of Justin Johnson. He'll be the first car 1 lap down. Michael Wingo has also lost the draft, so is the 06 of Andrew. right now, to the last scoring loop, you see a 27 Malik Ray off the wall in the back. We keep it straight and keep it green. Right now, the pack separated by just 1.2 seconds. And that is from first all the way down to 23rd. McCullough and Maine still continue to lead. See Michael Wynn go now. He's going one lap down. We're pretty much just 2x2 action right now. That's pretty much all we got to. Pretty much what we'll see probably the first half, probably in the first 3/4 of this race. You see Ray trying to make that outside lane come back in that yellowish, greenish, and blue number 27. Nobody going with him right now. Apparently the internet issues have been fixed for the foreseeable future. The only problem with that is now all that ground he's lost right now in the 17th spot as they stand. Right now you see that outside lane really starting to go ahead and crumble. For the moment, massive separation from the 24 and the 20. Well, still with 3 cars, that middle lane still able to really hold a candle really to the front runners. You see Garrett Maines goes up to cover it. He knows what was coming. That run would be coming from that top lane. Went up and covered it as a precaution. Really impressed with the one right now, utilizing the lane control right back down to cover McCullough. And this is what you want to do if you want to defend the lead. This is what you want to do. This is what you got to do. And right now, the one of Garrett Maines really showing that right now. McCullough will look to the inside, however. Gets McCullough at the line, will not lead it again. Hard to believe as many times as Kenneth McCullough's been at the front tonight. He's only led 1 lap. The one of Garrett's has led all 9 of the other laps so far. Still far from over. Right now, the next lap car they will be tackling will be the 06 of Andrew. Right now, coming off of turn 4, halfway down the short chute. As Kenneth McCullough now has made the pass for the lead. Well, now we'll see how we'll see how he operates the lane control. And really see how he differs from the one of Garrett. Immediately up to cover the one. Well, he knows that the one's got a fast car tonight as well. So really he's wanting to try to just control everybody. He knows Cody's got a fast truck. Pretty much he knows it's anybody's race. You see a third lane forming up there. The 06 of Andrew going 1 lap down. It's going to get dicey here. Will they stick it 4 wide? They will. Oh, Nick Cody around. Another truck on its lift, flipping through the grass. Jason Branch with a hell of a ride. Well, it was pretty clear as day that was pretty much a netco deal, at least from what I saw. Had to see what happened, but that's the first caution. It comes on lap 12. Let's go in and look at it. You can see the 06 getting past, going to slow it down. It's coming up on the 27 Malik Ray, and is there contact? No. Simply net code. Plain and simple. You see the 06 starting to get airborne. Now, how does the 28 become involved in all this? Pretty much an easy rollover 4 to 6, and then right there, Christopher Carter. Well, let's rewind it real fast, see what we can work with here. This is after the wreck, and Carter makes contact. Slow it down real fast. See, does the 28 come down? Does it crowd the 20? Hard to really say. 20 may came down just a little bit, but Carter coming up. Regardless of the fact, 28 goes for one of the wildest rides. Of course, coming back live right from the pit stop at 64 Cody Nigels. Out front. Well, I mean, he is driving a Ford after all, so whoops. Don't know why. So right now, Jason Branch back in the race. Right now it'll be 36 to go whenever they cross the line. Probably going to be 35. Whenever they take the green flag here. 13 laps in the book so far. Biggest mover since the caution and really the pit stops. Landon Velicki up 17 spots. Ambrose Knievel up 10. Nathan Harper up 9. They are your biggest movers of the race so far tonight. Of course, after this caution, after pit stops. Well, really, this does help out the drivers who did. Really helps out drivers who are probably anticipating a green flag pit stop. I know they'll probably still have one more to go, but it'll push that window back just a little bit more. Right now, apologize, I had to take care of something real fast, but as we get about to take the green flag here, Cody Nigels, Garrett Maines out front. Cody's led 2 laps. Keith McCullough's led 3. Other than that, it's been Garrett Maines up at the front for 9 laps and counting so far. We'll see if he can take the lead away from the 6 of Cody. 35 to go. And we're rolling. bit of a better start compared to the initial start of the race. Bottom lane with the advantage off of turn 2. They come down the back straightaway now. Well, here comes the one. Trying to build a run on the outside, not able to do it this time. About the best thing for the bottom lane on the restarts is the fact that they're not able to really build that run on that middle and they're not able to build that run on the middle and the bottom. Down the back straightaway. About the 51 of Frey trying to enter himself into a victory here. Well, Frey's been one that was not let her lap all race. Up until now, able to get clear for the moment, drop down to the bottom, covered the 6 of Cunning at the line. The 51 will lead his first laps of the race tonight. A great look from the far chase, but now the 51 back up to the cover the top lane. There comes the 6 back to the bottom. The 89 of Trevor pushing him. Right now, things pretty much calmed down for the majority, well, for the most part. Still early enough to where really no need to really push a 3 wide, hell, even a 4 wide scenario. Plenty of racing left. See, they snake down the back straightaway. Garrett Maines immediately right back out front, led 9 laps, as mentioned countless times tonight. All right, now it's got some challenges. The 51's up there in the mix. The 6 now, Trevor. BD 89, he has worked himself into a picture. Several others starting to make a charge as we approach halfway within the next 3 to 5 laps. At the line, 31 to go. Right now, only 2 cars, 1 lap down. The 25 of Michael Wingo, the 06 of Andrew Zanto. Right now, the 51 still continue to lead. You see Carter and Barstow trying to form up the 3rd lane again. Had mild success earlier in the race, just cannot get people to go with them. Looks like it's going to be the same thing here. Gregory Thompson now trying to make something happen. He's trying to pull that 3rd lane. Daniel Falkenham right there in that Mountain Dew silver truck. Slowly but surely making his way up through the field. Falkenham up to 13th as they run. See, another driver's having a quiet night. Nathan Harper as well. Both him and Falkenham know how to get the job done. Right now, riding out, hanging out pretty much. Trying to save fuel the best they can. Let these jokers up here race it out. Right now, Garrett going back for a lead again. This time getting pushed by Keith McCullough. Richard Elliott and Ambrose Knievel now working themselves up to the front. Right now they're still trying to make the third lane work. So far it has not really happened all that much all night. Maybe it's got one or two instances. But that's about it. You see that one immediately drops back down to the bottom of the track. He wants to cover Keith McCullough. Ambrose Knievel immediately goes up to the third line. As a matter of fact, gets hung out in the dry. So Ambrose Knievel now will go from a top 5 spot all the way down, well outside the top 10. Right now, 3x3, third lane, really trying to stick with the middle and the bottom lane. Kind of a cusp of what we were told we would see. Starting to get 3 wide action, only about 3 laps away from halfway. Still 3x3 down the front straightaway. Right now, Keith McCullough drops down to the bottom. McCullough will take the lead for the moment. Richard Elliott won't lead his first laps of the race tonight. Elliott has not led at all. And Daniel Fulgham coming up the middle, a little bit of contact. Right now, about to approach halfway, 27 to go at the line. See, notice how McCullough is really just trying to control every lane. Right now, that third lane now consists of Gregory and Carter. Has pretty much dissipated. Third lane would not be a factor right now until they get more cars. Right now it's going to be 26 to go whenever they get to a line. Here comes the one of Garrett back to the outside of McCullough. Richard Elliott. Now he's tasked to put an outside lane right now. So far, Garrett Main still has led the most laps with 26 laps to go. Another driver just had to slowly working himself up into the mix. Omar Rodriguez Jr., third car in the outside lane. He has had a very quiet night working himself up through the pack. Right now it's over outside the top 5, barely. Constantly switching spots between 6th and 5th and 7th. Here comes Carter and Gregory back in that third lane at 20 in the 08. Well, they're desperate to really try and make this third lane work, and you got to be. If you're back there in the pack, you got to do something eventually. Try to get yourself back up there. You see Michael Wingo, he is a lap truck, that green and gray truck. But anyway, he can help the outside lane get up there. Hell, if it means he can get his lap back, then so be it. Well, 25 to go. We'll take a look at the pit strategy length here. Well, right now you see every driver pretty much pitted. At least in the top 20, they pit on that last caution. But right now we're on an 11 to 12 lap run. They're able to go 13. We really do not know how long these trucks can physically go on a full tank of gas. Well, they're going 3 wide now, and we might not never figure that out. 3x3 all the way about 4 or 5 rows deep. Well, some drivers understanding that it's a sense of urgency. The more the laps tick down, hey, we got to go. We got to get in a good spot. We know that possibly another green flag pit stop's coming. I'm about 80% sure that there will be another stop. And really, at that point, then you really gotta just position yourself, because the second biggest thing for these drivers is a green flag pit stop. That is the second biggest thing. If you can get on and off pit road cleanly, no penalty. Somebody blow it up. Omar, blow it up. Omar Rodriguez, all the drivers doing a great job in avoiding it. But the 5:19, the night is done. Oh, the wreck Carter! Christopher Carter in the wall. Able to get it straightened back up. What in the name of Mike just happened? Omar, he immediately toes back to the pits. Christopher Carter rolling, meatball damage. Let us see what happened. We'll roll all the way back up from Carter's perspective. Got a feeling it's all going to start whenever they scatter. You're going to see it right there. 519 blows up. Everybody's got to get out of the way. Well, now we got turn 3 coming up. Everybody's trying to get up, get up, get up. Looks like the 89 and the 20 ran out of room. A great save by the 89 of Trevor. However, the same cannot be said for Christopher Carter. We'll look at it here. Really, they're 3 wide. Thompson to the bottom. Slim Chicken number Chevrolet. That ain't right there. Maybe Carter comes down just a little bit on the 89. Just enough for that to happen. And I mean, wow. I mean, Trevor's got damage, yes. Obviously, he hit the wall, but I mean, it could have been a lot worse if he had went into that wall right front instead of right rear first. Yeah, whole front end would have been killed more than likely. But what does this do? This brings down pretty much everybody on pit road. You look at Richard Elliott. We'll see who wins the race off of pit road. Here comes Falkenham at the line. The one of Gary Maines easily wins that. You see several drivers race off of pit road resuming. Let's see if we can get Christopher Carter in here for an interview. Christopher Carter, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
But, buddy, we saw the replay. Kind of hard to tell what went wrong. What is your take of things?
What went wrong is I got around my little brown baby, and he decided it was a good thing to turn me, is what went wrong.
Well, buddy, I can tell frustration is a little high at the moment, so I'll give you one more question. Then I'll drop you on back down. But right now, having to use that one fast repair, how is this going to determine how you race these next 20-some laps to go?
I'm going as hard as I can go. It ain't going to change a thing for me.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you. You will.
Yep. See, the animosity's a little high right now. A little. But they take the green flag. Going to be 19 to go. Going to be 20 to go here at the line. I mean, these drivers saved by the bell yet again. Green flag pit stops continue to be eluded. Well, we saw the benefits. Saw the benefits the other night to what a good pit stop on and off of pit road is. Jackson Byes, Richard Elliott, Keith McCullough were able to get what, like a 6-second lead over the rest of the field. At the end of the day, it was to settle between them three. Jackson Byes, who was not here tonight for the DBS race, or BDS, sorry, but was able to take the win in the HGR event. Right now, pretty much the same top five that we had right before the caution. Garrett Mays, Malik Ray has actually worked himself up into the picture after having to drop back earlier in this event due to the internet issues. Has worked himself back up into second. The internet issue seemingly fixed. Kevin McCullough's been at the front all night. He's led 4 laps. Cody Nigels, another one that's been at the front all night. Falkenham has just started to work himself up into the picture. 51 and Freddie as well has been consistently at the front, but right now Garrett Mays has led 15 out of the 30 laps ran so far tonight. So the question is, does the driver to 1 go on to win tonight, or is somebody else gonna come along? The way I view it. Just the way I view it, there's still 24 drivers on the lead lap. 24 drivers who have a shot at this race. Michael Wingo, the free pass recipient. As Garrett and Malik bring them down to the United Rentals restart zone, we're underway. Even those stars you can ask for both lanes. However, the bottom lane very more organized than what the outside lane is. 19 to go. You got this pick. Intensity is about to be thrown out the window. How about Ray able to really keep side by side with the 1? Pretty impressive now that only 2 trucks are out there to really try to survive on that outside lane. See the 1 able to go up there and cover the 27 Malik Ray. Here comes McCullough back to the bottom. A massive push from Daniel Falkenham. At the line, McCullough will lead it. 18 to go. They're starting to see a little bit more racing, a little bit less strategy. We pretty much see bottom lanes completely organized with just about all the trucks, but it's set 5. Still, I got the feeling drivers are starting to really play it protective mode right now. Because a lot of these drivers, they might be good. They really just might be fine. Riding where they're at, they can make it past break, or they can make it to the end of regulation. But if there's an overtime or a green-white checkered as it's called, then it'll bring everything into question. But 17 to go, I just don't think everybody can really make it. Let's see here. The last time they went 15 to 16 laps on a tank of gas before a caution came out. So about 2 to 3 laps further than the first stint. It's going to be interesting to see. The question is, I think they can make it. Potentially to at least, they can at least have maybe 19 or 20 laps in the tank as it goes. It's just, how much have they been saving while they were under caution for the last 3 laps before we decided to go back green here? Had to wait and find out. 16 to go. Down the back straightaway. It's amazing how the outside lane's still able to stay right side by side. Especially when about 15 cars running on the bottom. It's amazing how them 5 trucks are really able to stay side by side. Right now, Malik Ray has not been a factor all night until this last restart. Has not led a lap so far. He will not lead this one. James Waring does set the fastest lap. At a 49.135. Waring right now running, somewhere I say back in 16th spot. Just tells you how every driver's really got a chance at this who's on the lead lap. You're back there in 16th spot, but you run faster than what the top 5 are running. But really, you can't really make a bet. You can make a bet. Have about many chances of making a bet on who wins this race like you would the Powerball. A very slim chance. Ray down to cover the one of Garrett, and at the line, Malik Ray trying to lead his first laps of the race tonight. And he will get it. That's what you wanted. Richard Elliott in the pits now. After a great run for the 0-2, it would appear that the night is done. We'll have to see if there's another caution, if this is a scheduled pit stop or not. Second stop for the 0-2. See, one guy think he was close on gas anyway. Here comes a lot of them. And the coating's loose. Hang on to her, buddy. Line drivers in the grass. They all somehow save it. Good God almighty. Like Fast and the Furious or Tokyo Drift at some point. Down pit road, a hell of a save by the 6. Christopher Carter gets turned around again. Back it up real fast. We'll see what happens from the 20. Hey, Mike, looks like he just gets loose on the braking. There he does it. Wheel hops, loses control into the wall. Tough night for the 20. We'll focus in on this last pack here. They'll choose to stay out. Well, it's great for the 06 leading right now. Right now he's got his lap back. A caution right now would throw a wrench into everything. Right now, Gregory Thompson leads his second lap of the race. Jason Branch upside down at one point. Worked himself up back in the second. Carl Lingle, James Ware, and Michael Wingo. Well, Wingo spent a lot of this race one lap down up until this last caution. Whole new complexion to the top 5. Omar Rodriguez in that second lane. Right now getting a push from Michael Barksdale. Trying to get his lap back after blowing a motor. Triggering the second incident. Well, not really triggering it, but probably had something to do with it. The second caution of the race tonight. 11 to go. But really, these guys are going to try to stretch it on fuel. And right now, 11 to go. They're already on a 10-lap stint. It's going to be extremely close if they can make it. A caution right now would be bad. Richard Elliott going one lap down. Immediately drops down to the bottom. Here they come. We're not able to make it no way. Smoother pit stop. Less chaotic. Of course, that's the benefit of pitting in a smaller pack, but what does this do? 29 seconds right now behind them. Daniel Falkenham and others are coming. Pull up the track map and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Drivers that are kind of faded out are on pit road. You see them coming out now. That'll be all she wrote. That'll be all she wrote really for the drivers that stayed out 2 laps longer. So right now we're pretty much seeing a race that'll be determined unless there's another caution with 10 to go. Right now, 51 of Freddie out front. As a matter of fact, Michael Barksdale stays out just a little bit longer, but he's the only car by himself. James Waring in second. In the pits, about to be cycled out. 3 wide. This is going to be the battle for the lead, no doubt. But Barksdale's going to have to pit again. So you're looking at this is pretty much this little small pack. These are the guys that's going to settle it out. Unless there's a caution. You see Malik Ray get shuffled out at 27 on the outside. Nobody goes with him. He will get shuffled all the way to the back of this little pack. 8 to go. Well, if anybody wants to put in their votes now on a winner, I guess now's about as good a time as any. Can't guarantee you'll be right, but... Oh, Garrett loose! What a save by the 1. As much as the 1 has led tonight. If I'll be the first one to throw a pick in there. Hell, I'll go with Daniel Falkenham. You see Christopher Carter coming back out. Carter will go 1 lap down. Another driver not to sleep on, Aubrey Thompson. That 38 immediately gets the door slammed on him. Got the 6 block Falkenham, like, good God. Here we go, drivers trying to make stuff happen. So you want to be 6 to go at the line. Need to start making your moves. Need to start planning how you're going to win this race. Right now, Michael Barksdale has yet to pit. Barksdale's 23 seconds out in front. Barksdale's actually in the middle of 3 and 4. You got to expect Barksdale to pit, either that or he's about to try to pull off one of the best strategy calls ever seen. I just don't see how the 00 can do it. In case you're wondering where 00 is at, actually drafted between the lap cars of Omar Rodriguez and Richard Elliott. 23 seconds ahead of this pack. This is second on back. Imagine Michael Barksdale does pull this off. Oh, it's going to be huge. There's still a long ways to go to settle that. Right now we're just focusing on what is right now the battle for second. Between about 10 trucks, give or take. A lot of blocking going on. Get a 51 of Freddie trying to go. Oh, contact! Cody's around. They save it somehow, by God. But that really hurt. Thompson now going to get turned by Falkenham. They save it again. Good God. What I say, there's 2 wrecks that should have been a wreck, but wasn't a wreck. Somehow through all that, Nathan Harper set the fastest lap at a 48.972. Good God, Michael Barksdale was in. So this is going to be the race right here. Falkenham getting pushed by McCullough to the lead. Believe it or not, Falkenham has not led a lap so far until right now. Well, the way they're racing, they'll be in overtime. Like, it's almost just about guaranteed. Falkenham leads his first lap of the race. Meanwhile, the one of Garrett Maines has led 19 laps tonight. McCullough down to the bottom. Well, nobody's pulling punches no more. Forget being easy with it. The gloves are off. Jesus almighty, man. Daniel Fuckingham continues to lead. 3 to go. Here comes Nathan Harper. I've not heard nothing of Harper all night till the close of the laps. Well, these are the drivers. They took care of. Oh, Harper gets slammed by McCullough. They save it again. How many lives have we just lost right there? This is 9 lives. Over half of them's gone for all these drivers. Fuckingham retains the lead. 3 to go. McCullough now edging out front again. The one of Garrett Mays pushing him. Oh, there goes McCullough. They save it again. Dang. Harper looking to the bottom of Fuckingham. Taking to a landing, has worked himself up into a position to win this one. Good God. 2 to go. Side by side, Daniel Fuckingham, Landon Villekie. We're landing out front by the moment. Bottom lane does not have as much help as what Fuckingham needs. It's enough for Landon to drop down and cover the bottom. Elite Ray landing back to the top, trying to cover the 27. Crossed him over. Only led 1 lap, Malik Ray. Off of turn 4, they're going, if they see the white flag without a caution, it'll be a miracle. Oh, they're shoving again. They save it again. Jesus almighty, white flag. Fuckingham back to the bottom again of Ray. This has been awesome. What a debut night for BDS on Racing Network. Here comes Harper with a run to the outside. Not enough to clear Fuckingham yet. Oh, there they go. They save it once again. No, they don't. Harper around. Fuckingham around. Fuckingham says that Harper wrecks. Cody Nigel's out front for the moment. Still 5 cars to settle it. Thompson gets into the wall. They're still wrecking at the line. Cody Nigels will get it. My God. What a race. What a race. You see a little couple of drivers upset, maybe, hard to tell. Well, 6 won't be doing no burnouts, but good God. Ah, he said forget it. I'll burn it down anyway. Well, I don't know what to say. For anybody that's freaking watched this, I've already said I am not good with names, so you're just gonna have to forgive me and look past it. Well, Cody burns it down nonetheless. Well, right now, while we wait, see if Cody's down for an interview. Let's see. Really nobody to talk to at the moment. Let's see. I got to find somebody. Let's see if we can't get John. Well, pretty much right now, nobody's in the Discord to really call or talk to at the moment. We'll see if we can't pull up somebody. At this point, anybody really. Tell you what, while we wait, just see if we can get Michael Barksdale in here just to have an interview. Michael Barksdale, Garrett Jenkins got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, buddy, one, congratulations, you're the first interview tonight for DBS on the BDS Racing Network. Unfortunately, 16th is where you're unofficially finished. Were you praying for a caution, or did you think for a moment that you could maybe make it?
No, did not think I could make it. Praying for a caution because I got hung out to dry, and that's my fault for not being on a team of 6 or 8 people. So,
yeah, I mean, well, buddy, like I said, not the night you wanted, but ultimately, I want to take you through what was your perspective on the race. It was calm for the majority of it, and then, well, you'll look back at these last 5 or so laps, and you'll see you'll see some of the best saves that you'll ever see in your life. But really, what was your take on the whole racing and whatnot from beginning to end? Let's see if he's got a copy. Okay, well, Michael, you got a copy real fast? Or...
Oh, sorry there. Shit, I pressed the wrong damn button. Jesus. That first part of the race was just trying to figure out where everyone was going to be headed because they hadn't raced with each other in a while and just wanted to see how everyone's attitude was going to be toward each other. But after that first caution, everyone started kind of making their way up, and I was just trying to pick positions off and took a risk being on the outside. I always like to try to be on that inside lane whenever people are pitting just to make sure I got the opportunity to do it, but it just bit me this time.
All right, buddy. Again, not the results you wanted, but it was a hell of a showing. Michael Barksdale comes home 16th tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Yep. That being said, we'll get Cody on up in here. Cody, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a drive. I ain't never seen about 10 drivers have 9 lives, and they all get used up in the last 5 laps. Can you just tell me about the last 3-5 laps? Just what was your take on things?
Oh man, that's one of the wildest races that I've ever been a part of. It seemed like we were gonna wreck about 4 times. Nobody wrecked.
Should have been a wreck.
Don't know how. So, but that last lap was just pure chaos. It's hard to put into words, but that was probably the single most chaotic race I've ever been in. For us to really only wreck on the last lap, and yeah, I don't know. That leaves me pretty speechless. That was freaking wild.
Yeah, it was. Oh, my heart rate's already up watching that. That being said, pretty much we got a calm race all the way through and through. At what point did the light bulb go off to, well, now it's time to race? Because we saw all night drivers. They had the third lane try to get formed up, but really everybody just fell back in a second, saving fuel. At what point do you realize, well, now it's time to race? try to earn a little bit of money? Is it always after the last pit stop, or is it at some point during the green flag run before the last pit stop?
I think for me it was really the run before that last pit stop, because I seen it was a fuel race and I really didn't know how close it was going to be, but I had to maximize the fuel on the next to last run so I could make it at the end, because I knew there was going to be some guys that try to limp it, excuse me, on one less stop than us. But I knew that, if we pitted a pretty good pack, get in and out of pit road fast, get together, run fast laps, there would be no way that they could save enough to make it. But like I said, at the end, it was just everyone going for the win and just an insane finish. But yeah, just you always got to be mindful of the pit strategy game, and this one did kind of turn into that. But thankfully, the guys that took that extra stop and chose to race at the end were the ones that ultimately got to duke it out for the top spots.
Yes, sir. But again, great race from beginning to end. Honestly, I mean, one of the best races I've ever seen. First off, pleasure to meet you. And I got 2 more questions for you. I hate to put you on the spot with this one, but how do you pronounce your last name so I know for the future?
Yeah, you're good. It's Nagels.
Nagels.
Yep.
Okay, well, might have to remind me about that a couple more times. The second question is not on the spot, but first off, pleasure to meet you, by the way. First time I think I've ever interviewed you.
Yep.
Well, I like to understand iRacing's got friends, family, sponsors. Everybody galore watches. Is bigger than what any other person who calls it a video game would think. That being said, I give the drivers the opportunity to thank, well, friends, family, sponsors, etc. So, does anybody want to shout out tonight? The floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to broadcast this race. Jimmy for hosting. Thank the good Lord Jesus Christ. Thank my beautiful fiance, my parents for watching, and Nightmare Esports, my team. Didn't have them tonight, but was able to get the win nonetheless. And hopefully on to the next one, and hopefully it'll be just as good.
Yes, sir, but hopefully it'll be just as good. It was damn good show tonight. Now I'm going to try this. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but Cody Nagels, correct?
Nagels, like
Nagels.
It's like N-A-Y, yeah.
Nagels.
Long A.
Long A, got it. But either way, Cody's your winner tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. Look forward to seeing if you can go 2 in a row.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Need a PhD in how to pronounce names. Regardless of the fact, race results are just in. So after a extremely wild last 5 laps, Cody's your winner tonight. Malik Ray, after internet issues plagued the driver to 24 all race long, up until the last half of the event, able to salvage a second place run. Kenneth McCullough third, Stephen Miles in fourth, 62 of Landon comes in fifth, Aubrey Thompson sixth, Daniel Falkenham in seventh, 51 of Freddie will come home eighth. Garrett Maines leads the most laps tonight. However, the result will not be what he wants to show for it. 19 laps out of 50 led, but Garrett Maines will have to come in ninth. Jason Branch will round out the top 10. Gregory Thompson, Joshua McCullough, 11th and 12th, 64 Joey in 13th. Ambrose Knievel comes on 14th. Michael Wingo, Michael Barksdale, 15th, 16th. Zachary Harry Carlingle, 17th and 18th. On down through the field, Richard Elliott comes on 19th. Nathan Harper will have to settle for 20th after a great run from the 26. Justin Johnson in 21st. Andrew in 22nd. Christopher Carter, a rough night for the 20. Had speed all night, but ever since that second caution of the night, was not able to get back up there. Omar Rodriguez had a great showing tonight till his engine expired. 25 of Trevor Aswornoth in 25th. James Waring, 26th. I believe that's all the cars. It is. So that being said, hell of a night, hell of a debut night for DBS live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. And after one of the best 5 laps to a race, Cody able to come out on top tonight. With that being said, tomorrow night, Inspired Racing League and their ARCA Series playoffs continue. It's going to be a hell of a race there, like it always is with that group. And pretty much just everything else is play it by ear. I'm sure there'll be a couple HGR events on Sundays or on Sunday and throughout the week. Until then, everybody, appreciate you watching and have a good night.